I'm playing Fresher on the Low. You can check them out on YouTube. Give me a second. Y'all know it's always something. Hi, everybody. How are you? Thank you for joining, yo. Hey. Y'all have to excuse my hair. I know I might look like one of the one of the Jacksons right now. But I tried to, the kinkiness, and it just wasn't working. Welcome to the Conservative Horror Scope. I am Noella Faye, aka the Conservative Whore, and this is my scope. Whore, if you don't already know, stands for Working Hard on Riches and Egos. We are live from NYC, so if I appear to be yelling, it's only because who knows what the hell is going on outside. Yes, I can do a traffic report if you want me to, if you're in the NYC area. Oh my God. I was so excited and hyped about this scope because it's some real shit going on. First of all, how was everybody's turkey? Like, hashtag Black Thanksgiving with Black families. Oh my God. Did anybody have anybody crying? I think there was crying. I think there was laughing. I don't know if there was any fighting. I don't remember any type of fighting going on. I don't know. Now would be a perfect time, really, really quick. It's the beginning of the show to share. Tell everybody, oh my God, she's at it again. Tag a friend, tag a blogger. Tell them I'm on, the Conservative Whore. Shout it out on Twitter. Do what you do. I really like that song. Once I really get like, how do you say, like a one-man studio going, then I know how to like work my music and all that stuff. I might be like everybody else and play new music. I'm not really sure how that's going to work out because I don't want to start it and then don't keep it up, because if you already don't know, I am the most inconsistent blogger / social media personality you will ever meet, okay? So from time to time, I might play new music, so you can email me. I might listen to it and I might play it. It just depends on how it moves my soul. So yes, Turkey Day was big. And of course, a lot of people by themselves or, oh, he's on the way on a trip, or she had to go to work and they was with their other families. Shit like that happens. If you haven't, go on Amazon, check out The Happy Mistress. You guys know that's my book. By me, Noella Faye. I'm up there. If you follow me on IG, you can always see what I'm talking about. What's in the book? What are the secrets? Now, really quick, let me just slide into my first topic, okay? Let's get the bullshit out the way. There is an interesting author that I found on IG by the name of author Kashawn. And the reason why she is so important, because her book, it's coming out about Apollo. She's the mistress of Apollo and a couple of other men. Did you guys see that? That's going to be very, very tasty. Now, the reason I want to interview her is because she is a prime example of a happy mistress. She's coming out and she's telling her story. The book is Sordid Panties, y'all. Some real shit going on. I would tell you about her book, but I got to tell you about my book, Secrets of a Happy Mistress. If you're going to read her book, then you need to check out my book, because I'm the reason why she wrote her book, right? No. I hope she's watching. She's a great author, and it takes a lot of guts to come and just like tell all of your business like that, or to put people on the spot. I hope to interview her, and maybe we can have a conversation about her book and what's going on in my book. Compare it to see if I'm accurate or if I'm not accurate or what have you. Hell, she might be a mentor to me. Anyway, moving along, things in the news. So, and that's going to be really good. Phaedra, is that how y'all say it? Phaedra? I say Phaedra. Phaedra is a very classy woman. Whenever I see her, when I think of Atlanta Housewives or what have you, I think of her. I think of a Southern belle. I think that she is on the top of the food chain when it comes to certain type of women, okay? She poises herself very well. Is that the right word? So I just want to give shouts out to her. Give shouts out to any women, because if you've been following me, you notice, I have been doing a lot of posting. I've been finding a lot of great articles from people that I follow, of course, and just on my own about marriage and what people are doing. There was a lady that came out and basically said, okay, nobody really paid it attention, Caucasian lady, came out and said that she automatically has an affairs, or that her husband has affairs, because it is healthy for her marriage. Y'all sitting there playing around. And I be creeping in the comments. So I already told y'all I'm a creep. So my thing was, when I go down the comments, a lot of women are like, no, that wouldn't be my life. But if you're in the predicament, what would you do? You've been with a man for 15 years. 15. He cheats. Are you going to throw that away? That's what Toya's doing. That's what all the stars are doing. Because, I mean, are you really going to throw it away? Like, really? Because and not even cheat. What if you're not giving him? A lot of these situations, don't get me wrong, don't be hitting my inbox. I'm not saying that we don't do, but we have so much of won't do, or I wouldn't be in that position. I'm just saying you never know till you're in that position. Oh my God. This is what I want to know. Moving right along, because you know I only have an hour. You know, sometimes I'll be cutting your asses short. I'll be having things to do. NYC is very busy. I hope everybody's okay. Oh my God, 'tis the season. If you guys are in New York, are you guys going to go see the Christmas lights? What is it? The tree lighting, Rockefeller Center? I think I'm going to go. Happy holidays. Oh yes, thank you for my hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, No One Sweeter 27. Thank you for joining. Moving right along into what I was saying, right? About cheating and all that. Well, give you a little mistress now, okay? I got a mistress now asking me, I have my cue cards, Dear Noella, basically, I'm with my husband, but his peenie is little. What do I do? I cannot take it. I think he's only married like 5 years. What would you do? If you listened to my cast before, you can go on to theconservative4.com. I had a show once, and we discussed little peenie versus big peenie. I said size doesn't matter, but there's a lot of women that do think size matters, okay? So my thing is there a way you can make it work before you decide to go to someone else, okay? Now, a lot of times, Starburst, yeah, Starburst, that was so good. That was so ghetto. Anyway, a lot of times, people don't try the other, you know, the other method. They just automatically say, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Let me run to somebody else. The thing about marriage is you have to, like, it's levels to this shit. You have to try everything. You can't just go out and cheat with somebody else because you don't actually know if your husband or your wife, if you haven't given them a chance. You know, a lot of people do a whole bunch of shit. Some shit I just like, bitch, you should have cheated like Keisha Cole in early 2000. I should have cheated. That's what you should have did because you running hoops and this shit is just outrageous. Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Y'all know it's about to be 2016, right? Anyway, so the thing is, if he has a little wee-wee, what can you do to make it better? Can you get a bullet? Can you get a, you know, it sex up your life. But you know what? This is why a lot of women did y'all know? A lot of women get other women because they don't want to deal with the little wee-wees. Run. Let me tell y'all something. The best sex I had, okay, and this is the major topic tonight. The best sex that I had was from a toddler. Wee wee. I know, no, Ella, what the hell? I'm sorry. It just was. He licked my scalp. I mean, he was amazing. He was an amazing lover. And I have not had anyone before or after him to be that way. But he just didn't have no type of size. I mean, his little rod just didn't round out that much. You know, it was just the little short steps. It wasn't big steps. But it was, in the short steps, there was a lot going on. So sometimes we're quick to judge on small packages. Sometimes there's a lot of things going on in those small packages. Scientifically, a vagina ain't but 5 inches, so I believe you. He knew how to work. Honey, let me tell you something. Did you hear what I said? He licked my scalp. Like, I ain't even knew there was a nerve in there to make your coochie wet. So this person was just, but here's the thing. What if he thinks that he's all that? Do you bust his bubble? What do you do? This is the world of social media, right? So the only thing I can think to do is put up memes. I'm very petty. I'm like, AKA the female 50 Cent. I am very, very, very petty. When my coins start trickling in, I am going to be clapping back all over the internet because I am petty, okay? Hashtag petty queen. That's what it is. The conservative poor, working hard on riches and egos. I'm working on my ego. Until then, I'm petty as hell. Anyway, how do you tell them when they're so persistent that their thing is the best and the thing, but I dare every woman that's watching right now to put up a meme towards the little person in their life. Okay? That goes right into, if he has a little wee-wee, what is grown sex? Does anybody know what grown sex is? This was a conversation. This is a topic because this was a conversation that me and some of my colleagues and a very, very, my BFF, we were having. And the thing was, I made a comment like, there was this guy, I had grown sex. And she's like, well, like, what is grown sex? I was like, grown sex is like that. It's not, there's no foreplay, fearless sex. Well, I know somebody that their thing was grown sex. Basically, she had never really had grown sex unless it was paid for. She did escorting. So her thing was she had grown sex, but she was only paid to have grown sex. Any other sex that she had, it was more playful. It was more foreplay before the sex. So, I kind of, to me, grown sex is very serious, like for whatever reason, you think of people when you do a lot of, like I said, foreplay. So before that, it kind of makes it easier, I used to have a guy, don't say names, jeez, but we used to hump. Before we actually did it, we would hump for hours. Like, we just loved to hump. That's what we did, hump. Sometimes we didn't have sex. It was just the art of humping that made everything okay, but it was playful. It wasn't grown, So I still haven't had grown sex. I'm lying. I've had grown sex. That's why I'm asking y'all. What do you think grown sex is? What is passionate sex? Is there a difference between just fucking? Oh my God, your language, you're just such a potty mouth. All right, fine. Is there a difference between making love and just screwing? Like when I think of grown sex, I think of one night stands, to be honest. Okay? I think one night stands are like grown sex. Dirty, nasty sex, that makes you feel a little shame, I think is grown sex. Y'all ever had that kind of sex? You like, sit my ass down. I don't even want to have sex anymore. I just feel like unclean, ungodly, like, oh my God, like what is wrong? Like, did I do that? I'm just saying, that's grown sex. When you have to think about what you just did, that's some grown shit. So I'm very playful. I don't know how. I'm not an aggressor, and there's a lot of women that aren't aggressive. I don't think women should be aggressive. Only when it's grown sex. When it's like grown sex, women are aggressive with grown sex, okay? And maybe that's why I'm like, I don't really have grown sex because I'm not an aggressor. But let me tell you something. Some women are like the dominant one in sex. I just don't know how that makes me feel sexy. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I don't know how that makes me, feel sexy. You know, I think grown sex is consensual sex on another level. That makes me go into our next real topic. And we'll always can come back to that depending on if you guys want to comment. Thank you. I just want to stop real quick. Thank you to everyone who follows me, who likes my pictures, who just comments, makes me feel good. Thank you to all the people that support me. I really appreciate it. If you are new to my scope, my name is Noella Faye, aka the Conservative Whore. Whore stands for working hard on riches and egos. Yeah, it's actually positive. Don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to tell your people about it because it's a positive thing. Noella Faye, why would you name yourself that? Because nobody else is going to do it. That's number one. Nobody else has the guts to portray that name because they think it's so negative. Well, let me tell you something. There's a book whore right now watching. There's a shoe whore right now watching. There's a tech whore right now watching. There's a Periscope whore watching right now. It is a positive thing. Every word has a positive and negative to it. Whore means nothing more than a master. Look it up. Because I'm not a dictionary, this is not Webster's, we're not going to stay on that topic. But we are going to move on when it comes to this grown sex business, because this is very serious. A lot of men think they are doing grown things. You're not. Okay? You are not doing grown sex, number one, if you don't take off your boxers. I get a lot of emails about that. And my thing is to those women that are having that type of sex, you need to leave him because that's not grown sex. I don't know if that's kind of I'm afraid sex. That's just like a lot of big girls. You know, sometimes what we do is, I'm a big girl. I'm not a big girl. Yeah, I know I already got kicked out of that category. They tend to wear shirts, you know, or whatever, because maybe our stomachs or whatever the case may be. I think men have the same insecurities. But for someone that's going to be with you, they shouldn't be ashamed. I don't see how you have grown sex with your clothes on anyway. I'm just saying. Speaking of consensual sex, Bill Cosby is back in the news. What do y'all think about that? You know, somebody wrote on one of my blogs that they were like, well, the thing is, you know, it's so many women, but why did so many women let this go on and knowing, like, come on. A lot of these women ran in the same cult. Cult by meaning the same type of groupies or whatever. Bill Saget, Bob Saget, do you guys know who that is? That's the guy from Full House. Remember that sitcom with Cameron Diaz and all that stuff? Well, he came out and he was like, oh, I'm very disappointed in, you know, the Cosby Show should have been taken off air, this, that, and the third. But how can we say that and we have Seventh Heaven that is still airing? And I only bring that up because, of course, we have to have a level of seriousness because these are the things that are going on in the media. This is what the media is portraying to us, so we see Bill Cosby more than we see the man, I can't remember his name at the moment, the man from Seventh Heaven or or what's the other guy? The subway guy. Like, his thing was really hush-hush. I mean, really hush-hush. And it kind of slipped through the cracks, like his whole trial. And these people are accused. Like, they went to court and the judge and the jury has said, yes, we all agree that this person is guilty beyond a shot of a doubt, and they are responsible for these crimes that they have committed. Well, Bill Cosby hasn't done that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't even bring these things back up in a court of law now. Like, I think it's just a level of unfairness, and this is why it's very important that you utilize the internet for what it is, social media. There's a lot of media outlets that you may not know about that give real news, you know? And news is not all the time depressing. A lot of times we watch news and it's just so depressing. All of it is not depressing, but it should be informative to some type of way. Why did I put that Starburst in my mouth? I can't talk and do Starburst at the same time. I'm just not that smart. Moving on. With Charlie Sheen, and that's another thing. If Charlie Sheen has had all this HIV, isn't it a crime to openly commit and to have sex with somebody knowing that you're carrying this disease and then you don't tell them they contracted? Isn't that like against the law? Right. Unfair. You guys should do something about that. They have a petition for that. I had a petition to remove Raven Simone. Yeah, it is, right? So what the hell? So why? But the things that we fight for, is crazy. Now, I put up a very serious post, okay, concerning gender-challenged children. I don't know if that's the right term. Before I get into this, I want to make this disclosure. I do not discriminate on anyone, okay? Team Faye loves everybody. More so because you have to live your life. What you eat don't make me shit and vice versa. So it ain't really a thing of that I don't care. It's just that I'm not the one that's going to judge you in the end. But I don't mean to be offensive in anything that I say, but this is my show and my opinion. And we are adults. I may not know how to have grown sex, but I know how to have grown conversation. And this is a serious topic. I put up a post. If you guys follow me, my Facebook page is Noella Faye Says, Facebook. My IG is The Conservative Whore. And my Twitter is @ConserveWhore. I think it's on the top of the Periscope. You can go on there and you can see anything that I post. You also can go to theconservativewhore.com, which is my Tumblr page, but I didn't want the Tumblr on that. You can go there and see any recap of anything that I discuss, pictures or topics that I want to discuss. You also can go to my YouTube, Conservative Whore, to catch any Periscope that you have missed, okay? I want to just make that disclosure that I don't hit anybody, but I'm going to keep it real. What the fuck is going on? Okay? No, how about that? No, like really. I don't think that I am going to blame these children. That's what they are. They're children until they get the hell out of your house. If they are grown, that is because they're somewhere down the line you allowed that to go on. Because at 3, if they're grown and you don't do anything, they're going to be 13 grown and you can't do anything. We have to stop blaming these kids when there are adults in the home. Now, it's different if these kids are growing up. They don't have an adult. Maybe the mom is on drugs, dad's on drugs, whatever it might be. Those type of situations, I think they're a little special. The parents still, it's their fault they're not there, but there's an addictive age or there's something else that's occupying the child's mind. I'm not talking about if you just got a fucking problem, you want to go out to the club every week, or you going out every weekend, or you going to gamble, stuff like that. No. That doesn't equate to you not being around for your kid. If you are in your home and you allow your kid to come in and you don't check their book bag, you don't check their homework, you don't ask them how their day is, that is your fault. That is your fault that you allow the lack of communication to go so far. Because that's one of the reasons I think Noella Faye, aka the Conservative Whore, this is why I think the gender thing is so big. Okay, if you follow me, like I was saying, on my Facebook and my Instagram, I posted a picture that I borrowed from someone else of 2 children, okay? One appears to be a boy, one appears to be a girl. But here's the thing. The girl is dressed like a boy and the boy is dressed like a girl, but then I think the girl reverts back to being a girl, but still a boy. What the fuck? Come on, y'all, for real. Like, come on. Yes, listen, it confused me too. I'm still confused. I'm just like, I don't know what the hell. But it shows you, if we're confused, you know they damn confused. I mean, that's just, yeah, tap the screen. Tap the screen if you are confused. I'm going to need hearts all the way if you are confused. Give hearts if you are confused, okay? It's okay to talk, you guys. Don't be scared. Nobody sees you. I mean, unless you have your face on your Periscope. But if we're confused, imagine that they're confused. There's something going on on, and there's nobody that they are talking to. One of my colleagues is a teacher, and the stories that she would tell, she was very amazed that these young people, really what they wanted is they wanted somebody to talk to about their situation of why girls choose to be boys and boys choose to be girls. A lot of them, 90% of them, said, because that's what I was shown in the home. It starts in the house. There's no way. That's just like a couple of weeks ago, one of my Facebook friends put up about the mother whose daughter was 3, and she allowed her to say that she wanted to be a boy. So she dresses her as a boy. She stopped calling her by her girl name. She substituted for a boy name. I mean, like, come on, really? At 3 and 4, they still don't know. I was a tomboy, but that didn't mean that my dad automatically assumed that I wanted to be gay. I mean, this is crazy. We are getting very out of hand with the freedom. We all know that when you give anything or any one person too much freedom, it gets out of hand. This is why we're in trouble right now. As much freedom as we have, we are not fucking free. We're not. We have a lot of restrictions. So it's the same thing with children. If you allow them to do but so much for so long, that is what they're going to know. And you can't possibly tell me that these kids know what the hell they're doing. Take a pause. Go ahead and share the scope. It's going to get hot from here on out, I promise you. Y'all have to excuse me, I could raise silly on my Periscope. But seriously, share my scope, Twitter, shout it out, let somebody know to join, because it's a conversation that I want to have. And I don't know. I want to talk to someone that is going through this or that has gone through this, if they have children that they're raising, because I want to know the mindset. Like, when did you say that you're going to give up on your girl being a girl? When did you give up on saying that, you know what, my boy can be a girl, I don't want grandkids, or I don't want to keep my family name? When do you feel that? Is it just because it's your child and you're just like, oh, I just want my child to be happy? I mean, because honestly, I've said in my house, if that was the case with my 2 kings, you're going to have to be what I made you until you get the hell out. I don't care what y'all say, okay? Ain't no way in the world I'm going to let my little boy walk around as a little girl. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to let him make a sexual, I'm not going to let him make a sexual decision at 10. How are you allowing them? Because you know what? People don't understand. The sex and the gender is 2 different things. Okay? The sex and the gender is 2 different things. So when you allow these children to take on, this is just what the hell is going on with Caitlyn right now. And you have to think, is it an influx of this because the kids are seeing this on TV that it's okay? It's crazy. You cannot, I mean, I don't mind homosexuality, gayness, I don't care. But I have a problem when I turn on the TV and I see, or I'm on the internet because I don't have TV. I am moving towards a different type of lifestyle. I said it before. I won't shop at the major chains anymore because I want to support Black businesses. If you know someone or you yourself are an entrepreneur, support each other. It's very important. Getting back to the topic. You have these children, like I said, and they don't have anybody to talk to, and you as a parent, you allow them to make these decisions. Why? Who's it benefiting? If you're not talking to your child about sex once you decide that, you know, this person is having sex, because like I said, if it was me, my 12-year-old is not having sex. They're just not doing it. I don't have a TV because of things that my child can happen to stumble upon 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't have a problem with homosexuality, but I have a problem with a female that looks like a female. They have a beard, or they have a very deep voice, or they're very masculine. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the men running around. Let me tell you something, and I said it, and I do not care. If you still have a dick, you are not a woman. I'm sorry. You are not a transgender. You are a transsexual. You are not a transgender. It is not fair to confuse me or anybody else in this world, okay? If you have a wee-wee, I don't care if you have breasts, Sorry, I don't care. I don't care. If you have breasts, you have a plump butt, but you still have a wee-wee on top of it, a wee-wee with a balls, in my book, you are a man. And you will be a man until you cut it off or stick it inside or whatever it is that is done. I don't have a problem with that. But it's not fair to us. Somebody put up a post. Oh, everybody gets to be, discriminated on. But legally, whites and gays are the only people that can be legally discriminated on. Or I'm not gays, transgenders. I think it's unfair to the public. I mean, this is not what we were built on. It's unfair. I see a lot in the media that we are changing. Okay, from the things that were so excluded, now they're being allowed to happen in the open, in the public eye, and guess what? On your main TV. This is why you always hear me say, reach out and support your local news or your local media outlets. There's a lot of internet or news sources on the internet. It's really becoming very big. A lot of people are doing the blog talk radio and things like that, Periscope. So there's many of different ways to get your information. Okay, so getting back to the whole trend, because it's very big, very, oh my God, it's very big. Amaya Scott, okay, a lot of people, is it Amaya Scott King or is it Amaya King? I don't want to get that wrong. But a lot of people look at her, but she's a female. Am I wrong? She's had a full surgery. And did you know that her doctor also had the surgery themselves? That's different to me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. That's how I feel about it. I don't think that it is fair. Okay? If I see them in the street, I will probably have some words because I just don't think it's fair. She is very pretty. She is very pretty. And you know what else? A lot that I see going on, even with the celebrities, okay? There's a lot of things coming out about celebrities and dealing with men, women, or whatever. But what I also think, I forgot his name is Young Turk or Little Turk. He had the incident where he took a picture with one of Shauna Brooks' friends, and they put up a picture like, oh, he's on the low or something to that sort. I think this is one of the issues that maybe contribute to the deaths of the transgender community that is going on. I think it is a difference if I'm not sure if they are getting killed because of what they are portraying or what they want to be. Do you guys understand that? Are the numbers so high for deaths, homicides in the transgender community because of what they want to be or what they're portraying? Because like I said, to me it's a difference. If you are a woman and you still have a wee-wee, then you're still a man. So a straight man, every straight man doesn't, that's just the thing now. Oh, straight men like transgenders or whatever. But they're tricked, I think. A lot of, before I couldn't see, what they were saying, where they were tricked. A lot of them get tricked because anal sex is big now. We talked about that last week. Anal sex is big now. So there are a lot of freak guys that's what they want. They're not checking. And if they're having one-night stands, there's not a lot of rubbing involved. There's not a lot of all-over sex. There's not a lot of feeling and touching. So that's all they're doing is fucking. Y'all know the difference? I know I just asked that earlier, but do y'all know the difference between the two? What do you think between making love and fucking? I think that fucking is void of knowledge. I think I can't even say that because you could just fuck your husband or just fuck your boyfriend, right? You don't have to have, I think making love is more infatuation. It's like a little bit more going on than just fucking. Fucking is just straight to it. I guess fucking can grow sex. If you fuck someone you don't have any emotional attachment into, in my opinion. Yeah. Are we looking at the actual act of fucking, or are we looking at the word? Because the word itself is harsh. Fucking. You ever call your boyfriend, I just want to fuck? Is that like a quickie? Can you just fuck in a relationship, or is it all the time when you are in a relationship? Being you said that it's based off emotion. Is it that every time you have sex that it's making love if you're married or if you're in a relationship? Then is that considered fucking still? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I've only had sex with 5 people in my life, so I've only had sex with 5 people in my life, so I can't. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I think though. I think the difference would be that fucking is just harsher. It's more. Fucking is, I can't say. It's just like, maybe fucking and grown sex is the same thing. Like, it's just so, it's intense. It's not playful. I think passion is, now, let me tell you, I think that is more intense than fucking. Passionate sex and making love is more intense than fucking. I would say fucking is void intensity. I don't say fucking is emotionless, because sometimes fucking can be from lust. You see what I'm saying? I just think it's not as intense when you add passion and history and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's I think the difference. I think the difference is the different levels of intensity. Yeah. I wouldn't know though. But no, I can't. I've never been in love, so I've never made love. I'm not just saying I'd be fucking, but I'm just saying I ain't, I've had passionate sex. Yes, I think grown sex is anger too. I think when I think of grown sex, I just think of releasing frustration. I think of, I don't know, I think of nothing. I think fucking might be meaningless. I think when you just fucking, you just fucking. Ain't nothing behind it. We just fuck. I'm just getting this nut. That's how I think fucking is. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that's how grown sex is, but I still think grown sex is grown sex is just so grown. Maybe I'm not grown yet. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not grown. I'm not grown. The conservative whore is not grown. I told y'all, conservative whore has nothing to do with sex, and that everybody knows. She don't know nothing about no sex, okay? She just know about working hard on the riches and egos. Tell everybody, tell everybody. Once again, thank you guys for joining my Periscope. It's very, very important. Before I go on with the rest of the show, of course, I like to do my little shouts out. I've had passionate, angry sex, which was like, I hate you, but I love you at the same time. Well, that could be grown sex. That's what I think grown sex is. I think grown sex is like it's supposed to happen, I think. My homegirl said grown sex is sex that has to be paid for. The shit that you do, like, I agree. That shit you just be like, did I fucking do that? See, that's what I'm supposed to do. I've done my job. Think about it. What is grown sex? Post it on your wall. Talk about it. Make it your own topic. What is grown sex? It's very different. Tap, 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 tap. Thanks for the hearts. It's just very, very different from, I think, passion sex or sex, fun sex. Like I said, my friend, my boo, we humped. So we didn't even have to have sex, and it was just, that's what it was. It was playful, my babe. It's playful. It's just not, it's not serious at all. I think grown sex is also serious. I really think grown sex is serious. I don't think I've had grown sex. I think I've had intense, passionate sex because my boos have left me. Remember, only 5 of them, but they've left me. That's what I personally think. Get into the shout outs. Y'all know the holidays are coming, so you guys have to support these small businesses because they do so much. If you are in the DMV area, she does travel, of course. If you have it, you balling, go on, hook it up. HomeChickHomesLiving.com. I post this young lady's work on my wall all the time because I'm in love with the pillows and candles. I am a signature freak, so I love everything that can be personalized to Noelle Faye or the Conservative Whore. Also, if you know, you have a house, you know, you want to do something different with your house, look her up. She's like a one-woman stop show when it comes to interior styling, designer styling, fashion styling. I mean, just get your home cute. She can do it. Beautify your home. Get your home a drobe. HomeChickHomesLiving.com. T-shirts. Now, we are in the life of T-shirts. If you're in Atlanta, check out iMarkATL. He's also on my Instagram. You'll see his work soon. If you're in the North Carolina tri-state area, Shirts by Mike. That's who you want to go to. Shirts by Mike. Awesome work. Awesome agility. Hair salons. Listen, there are a lot of fly salons in New York. Milk and Honey, where I go, my stylist. Milk and Honey Beauty Bar. That is located off of Pickens. Go check them out. They have awesome deals. I think on Thursday it's like Team Day or something like that. Check them out. If you are also in the Raleigh area, you can check out, it's so many. You can go to the Weave Bar in Raleigh. Their hair is beautiful, okay? You can also check out Miss B, Styles by B, Rebecca Grimes. She is top notch. I mean, she's like the Bob Queen. She's hitting it. You also can check out Kisa. She's excellent down in Southgate. If you are a natural person, you wear your natural hair, you have locks, just Tashia Yisrael. She's on my page also. You can check her out for your natural locks. If you are serious and you need some PR work, y'all see how we be doing it, you can check out Tia Hart PR, the sarcastic PR on Instagram. She works very hard, and as long as you have a good budget, she can do whatever needs to be done. Those are my shouts out. Books, oh my God. Dear Women We Haven't Slept With Yet. Get that book, okay? Also pick up author Kashan's Sordid Panties. Hopefully I can get her on the show to interview her, because that book has to be explosive. It's talking about Apollo, Future, all of those things. All of those people down in the ATL. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Next week we're going to hit on a couple of things. I want to give you guys, I want to surprise you, I want to tell you now. Of course, most importantly, if you're going to look at any books, you guys know that you must pick up my book, which is Secrets of a Happy Mistress. You can get this bad boy on Amazon. Noelle Faye, what is that about? It's about being in a pretendship with another woman's husband, silly. Y'all know, but I get a lot of flack from this book, but I also get a lot of people that like, this shit is the truth. I mean, just look at what's going on in celebrity world. I mean, of course, you only get to see celebrities, but there are local people doing this shit too. Every person that has a mistress or has a third person, it isn't a bad thing, or they're not, their marriage isn't in trouble or anything like that. So you guys have to remember, you have to think about that. That's just like in my book, chapter 7, never underestimate the wife. Listen, don't think because you're with the mistress, you know, oh, he's not cool with his wife or anything like that. Sometimes they actually are cool, and she probably picked you out. Get the book, see what I'm talking about. Okay, now, I will give you a little bit of mistress mail, because I thought this was crazy. Make a long story short, dear Noelle Faye, I just want to ask you, what should I do? I have been sleeping with my sister's husband. This shit gets real, okay? Sister, you sleep with your sister husband? You sleep with my sister husband, and now I want to break it off, and he's giving me some flack, basically. That was crazy. I have in my book, you have to pick your battle, chapter 2, pick your battles wisely, okay? That was too close for comfort. Number one, you should be ashamed doing that to your sister. Like, it's no excuse. I mean, every time you fuck him, do you see your sister, boo? I mean, let's get real. Listen, first, I can't tell you anything. What I can tell you as the conservative whore working hard on Rich's egos, be responsible for your actions and be responsible for yourself. If what you say, or if you feel that it's wrong, then 9 times out of 10 it's wrong. And you don't need anybody to tell you that. Your instinct, your gut will tell you. Okay? I think that maybe you should step away from the table like you're doing. And or if you know this person, you've been dealing with him, you said, for over 5 years. So is he serious? Would he tell on himself? Maybe it's time for you to come clean with your sister. I mean, you're gonna have to do it anyway. So that's the Mistress Mel for this show. I can't believe people are sleeping with their. That's crazy. It's really crazy. So that's what I have a question. This is my next interesting question for you guys. What the hell is in Little William's pants? Did y'all see Christina Milian? What does Weezy have in his pants? I wonder if it's big or small. Maybe he has a toddler size and he's just working the walls and working wonders because they be going crazy. I mean, you know that even though LaToya Wright is married, it's probably a very thin line that she's going to go through because Toya Wright's husband knows that she got Weezy. He ain't playing that. But Christina Milian was like, she don't give a damn what's going on, hell or high water. He is the man. So I'm trying to figure out, what does he have in his pants? Fuck what's in your wallet. Little Weezy be making him going crazy. I bet he got a little pecker, y'all. I bet he do. I bet he got a little pecker and he turn their asses up. Don't ask me how. Maybe. I mean, what the head game? I am traumatized. Okay, I had an experience with boyfriend number 2. I ain't been right since. I don't believe that should even happen anymore. I'm totally against it. But maybe it is. Y'all know a lot of men that are smaller, they do a lot more. I find that, and this is from talking to women that have had, multiple wee-wees, and they can kind of differentiate the difference. But I find in my studies of other women that sometimes the tall ones with all the meat, they don't know what the hell they're doing. Is it that the short men may work a little bit harder because they're little? I don't know. I would hate to come across somebody really, really big and they don't have anything. I guess that's why I don't deal with a lot of muscular men, because that's the myth, that because they do so much pumping that they don't have really big boobies. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not having sex anyway. I don't believe in it. Just like I don't believe in TV. Wee messes up life, okay? It's a lot of bitches right now walking around blind, deaf, dumb, and blind because they done had some good dick. I'm just saying, it's just not for everybody. I think some people I don't think some people should do it because it just drives them retarded. Like, woo, woo, woo. It just you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just need not to, because they just get fucking crazy. Popping up at people's houses and sending crazy ass emails. Y'all ever had somebody that y'all dealt with and it just, you like, what the hell is wrong with him? And he just like, that's what I say, how do you wean a nigga off of the wee-wee? I mean, how do you wean him off of the cooch? It's very hard. Y'all better stop doing what y'all doing to these guys. Y'all been sending me these crazy ass emails, and all I can tell y'all is y'all better stop letting these boys eat your coochie, because that's what it is. Don't y'all know this like halfway like a spell? Bodily fluids. That's why your asses be going crazy, because you're messing with these crazy dudes, and then y'all exchanging saliva and all that, and then you be crazy too. I'm trying to tell y'all something. You see Lil Wayne crazy. Look at all his baby moms, all the ones he was fucking. Their asses ain't right. You can't tell me they right. They ain't no way in hell they right. And the motherfuckers they fucking ain't right because they still allow them to fucking listen to Lil Wayne and shit. Just everybody's crazy. Go out and buy the book. Everybody doing it anyway. I'm just saying. Y'all need to support Bill Cosby. I didn't wrote a letter. I'm always writing a letter. I wrote a letter. This is ridiculous. So, I mean, thank y'all for tuning in. I mean, I'm still trying to find out. If anybody finds out what's in Little William's pants, let me know. Y'all still ain't telling me how you tell a man that he got a little wee-wee. But we'll discuss it next week. Thank you for tuning in. I am Noella Faye, a.k.a. The Conservative Whore, which stands for Working Hard on Riches and Egos. You can find me everywhere. theconservativewhore.com. It tells you where I'm going to be, what I'm doing, who I'm going to be with, why I'm doing it, who I'm doing it with, and how I'm going to do it. Go there for everything. You can follow me on IG, The Conservative Whore, and you can follow me on Facebook at NoellaFayeSays.com. Soon, well, not .com, NoellaFayeSays/Facebook. Soon, though, the website will be up and running, NoellaFayeSays.com, so that all the people in media land can have a avenue to me. I understand that the conservative whore can be kind of harsh. Once people find out what it is, though, it's a little bit different. Thank you for tuning in to my live Periscope, my horoscope. Spread the word. Tune in to my Instagram, to my Twitter. I'm hilarious. If you follow me, if you don't follow me, just click the button and follow so you can keep up with what I'm doing. Sometimes I do surprise scopes and things of that such, breaking news. Sometimes I do mistress mail at midnight, just depending if my insomnia is acting up or not. And you can go to my YouTube and look at all of the Periscopes that I have done thus far. And sometimes what I do, because the scopes sometimes don't record, I'll do an after scope. So like a recap, a really quick 30-minute recap or 15-minute recap of what the actual show is about. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, taking your time out. I will see you next Tuesday, same time, same place, the Noella Faye Show. Do you like that better, Noella Faye or the Conservative Whore? I be having issues. I think the Conservative Whore is like Bishop once he got the gun and juice. My life. I'm just trying to tell you, my life. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.